Why did Chernobyl explode if engineers said it was physically impossible? The secret lies in an emergency button meant to shut everything down that ended up becoming the detonator. It all starts with uranium-235. When you hit it with a neutron, the atom splits. This is nuclear fission. It releases massive amounts of energy and more neutrons, creating a chain reaction. This is how we generate electricity. But there's a problem: those neutrons move too fast. To make sure they hit and split more uranium, they need to be slowed down. For that, we use a moderator, graphite. And to keep the reactor from spinning out of control, we use boron rods, which absorb neutrons and act like a car's brakes. When uranium fissions, it leaves behind radioactive waste. One of these is xenon-135, a gas that acts as a poison. It swallows neutrons and chokes the reactor. On the night of the accident, Chernobyl was heavily poisoned with xenon. To keep it running despite the poison, operators pulled out almost all the brakes. The core became unstable. And here comes the Soviet design flaw. The brake rods were 7 meters long, but their tips were made of graphite. Realizing the danger, they pressed the emergency shutdown button, a Z5. The rods dropped. But the first thing that entered the reactor was the graphite tips. They displaced the cooling water and slowed the neutrons just enough to make them lethal. Instead of shutting down the reactor, the power multiplied in milliseconds. The water turned to steam, and the pressure blew off the 1,000-ton roof.